Well, we're beginning with this shocker that is coming from the former Jammu and Kashmir Chief Minister and PDP Chief Mehbooba Mufti, who has in fact gone on to draw an analogy between Jammu and Kashmir situation and what's happening in Afghanistan right now. She made a comparison between the Taliban takeover and the Kashmir situation in the country. Mufti, a former ally of the BJP, also issued a stern warning to the Modi government, urging them to hold a dialogue with Kashmiris and restore special status of Jammu and Kashmir and not test their patience, she says. Otherwise, they could face a situation similar to what's happening in Afghanistan. The PDP leaders also urged the centre to act swiftly before it's too late. She's also used an ant-elephant analogy to describe how the Taliban ousted US forces from Afghanistan. Soon after her remarks, several BJP leaders, including Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman, condemned it.
हिम्मत चाहिए बर्दाश्त के लिए जो भी जम्मू कश्मीर के लोग बर्दाश्त कर रहे हैं, मगर जिस वक्त ये बर्दाश्त का बांध टूट जाएगा तो तब आप भी नहीं रहोगे, मिट जाओगे। बार-बार मैं कहती हूं कि हमारा इम्तिहान मत लो, सुधर जाओ, समझ जाओ। पड़ोस में देखो क्या हो रहा है, पड़ोस में देखो क्या हो रहा है। इतनी बड़ी ताकत अमेरिका, उनको भी वहां से बोरिया बस्तर लेके वापस जाना पड़ा। और आपको मौका है अभी भी, जिस तरह वाजपेयी जी ने बातचीत शुरू की थी जम्मू कश्मीर में, यहाँ बाहर के साथ भी और यहाँ भी उसी तरह आप भी जम्मू कश्मीर में बातचीत का सिलसिला शुरू करो। जो आपने लूटा है गैर कानूनी तरीके से, गैर आईनी तरीके से, जो जम्मू कश्मीर का तशक्कुस आपने खराब कर दिया, जो जम्मू कश्मीर के टुकड़े टुकड़े कर दिए, इस गलती को सुधारो, नहीं तो बहुत देर हो जाएगी, बहुत देर हो जाएगी। ये तो लगता है कि हम बड़े छोटे से यहाँ क्या, ये क्या कह रही है, ये क्या बिगाड़ेगी, मगर कभी कभी एक चींटी जो हाथी के सूंड में घुस जाती है तो वो उसका जीना हराम कर देती है।
My colleague Ashraf is getting us more details on that story. Ashraf, these comments are bizarre. To talk about local resentment is something else, and to draw this sort of an analogy, almost like a threat, is something else altogether, isn't it?
Sanya, this is not the first time when the former Chief Minister of Jammu and Kashmir, Mehbooba Mufti, criticized the BJP policies in Jammu and Kashmir. Since last day one, in fact, before the abrogation of Article 370, she was critical with the policies of the NDA government in centre towards the Jammu and Kashmir, and she openly opposes all these policies, not today, but in fact every day whenever she talks to media. Today it was his party meet in the Anantnag, South Kashmir, which is the stronghold of People's Democratic Party. She was addressing her party workers in Anantnag, where she made this statement. In fact, we are seeing that already she is very much annoyed due to the enforcement directorate, enforcement EDI investigations going on against her mother, Mehbooba Mufti's mother, here in Srinagar 2 days back. We have seen she was summoned there. She also spoke in that meeting that she is being targeted by the central government for her speeches. Today, she very cautiously said that the government of India should restore 370, which is the party line of PDP as well as of former Chief Minister Mehbooba Mufti, but connected that with the Taliban, what is happening in Afghanistan. So very cautiously she said that, but it means a kind of a pressure tactic on the union government that you need to resolve the Jammu and Kashmir as per her demand, the issue of Jammu and Kashmir. Otherwise the things could change here also, because everyone is predicting that what is happening in the Afghanistan, its impact will be most visible in Jammu and Kashmir in coming months or years.
But this sort of an analogy is not just like a threat, Ashraf, and you would agree, perhaps this is you know, a dangerous path that she has taken. She's in fact gone on to say that similar things can happen in Jammu and Kashmir. Undoubtedly, politically speaking also, not just the BJP, but the other opposition parties also would be uncomfortable with what she's gone on and said, isn't it?
Yes, and yeah, that is the reality. That is fact why the government of India is not agreeing on her demands and on her way of dealing with the Kashmir Valley. You may remember in the month of July when there was a meeting, a first meeting after the abrogation of Article 370 called by the Prime Minister in Delhi. She was the only leader, in fact, and is the only leader from the Jammu and Kashmir, which is completely very vocal about her words, about her thinking about the Kashmir. But connecting the Taliban with Jammu and Kashmir may be somehow which is being seen in a different way. That is why the Finance Minister of the country, Nirmala Sitharaman, has condemned this statement and said that Mehbooba Mufti should have avoided this.
Ashraf, thanks for getting us all of those details. Ashraf reporting from Srinagar on that controversial statement that has been made by PDP chief Mehbooba Mufti.